Thank you very much, Vikas, and thanks to everyone who are participating today in this session. And this particular session on Earth leadership is very much relevant, as we all know this pandemic situation, which we never anticipated, and there is a lack of leadership that is very much visible globally at all levels, including international bodies as well as the heads of the various countries, and similarly even the local leadership has failed, and each one of you are involved in different activities presently. I know through Vikas and through the Aikyata and various other organizations, everybody is contributing their bit, and definitely whatever little that you had been doing in spite of this difficult situation, that is part of leadership only. And all of you intended to attend this earth leadership are the earth leaders, because you already have that intention to be part of the earth sustainable development goals and to achieve them by all means. Coming from various backgrounds and experiences, each person has an opportunity to participate and contribute for the earth sustainability. So in this regard, these are a kind of series of sessions that will help one to understand the need for earth leadership, as well as to reinforce one's commitment for the earth sustainability. And we know the people around and the kind of education system that we have, and the kind of society that is existing may not be helping each one to aspire towards this common leadership. Rather, most often we see the leadership is very discrete, regional, local. Mother Earth is the only home where we all belong to. So this consciousness is not there. We all are divided into nations, but together we all are one. And traditionally we all believed that this home, earth, is one and we all belong to one family. That is inclusiveness. Family includes not only human beings, but every living thing on this earth. The geology, every rock, every tree, every bird, every animal, right from microbes to macro life, everything is interrelated and we are part of that. We cannot exist in isolation. All the armies, all the securities, everything that has been created with one coronavirus, COVID-19, we all have become highly vulnerable. This kind of situation was not imagined, and there was no preparedness also. We thought we have evolved. We thought the nations, even some of the countries which failed They are highly developed, highly educated. They have all the technologies like America and UK, the best examples. Today, they are helpless. They thought they would overcome this situation, but it did not happen. And the vulnerability is still there. And this lockdown is more easy than unlocking. So lots of preparedness is required. The declaration of budget and all that is fine, but in reality, whatever credit you are taking, we are taking that credit from our future generations only. It is a bargaining something from our environment, from our future generations who are not even born. All the credit or the debt of the nations that is already existing, nobody is ready to clear that, and it is still lying there. Over that now, with this global economic recession, already we are into. The future is very, very challenging, and for this kind of situation, the real leadership emerges. And here today, we will be trying to understand as Earth leaders, what are the possibilities of each one of us with our own strengths, with our own understanding, with our own contributions, how we could support this global cause as well as many other existing challenges. They could be like climate change, drought, and many other issues. So there is a need for a new order of earth system governance, which is needed for ecosystem resilience and sustainable development. Why I am stressing this earth system governance is, even the WHO, which is supposed to advise various nations, it failed drastically. It did not advise or even give minimum information to the nations so that they could be well prepared when it happened in Wuhan. They have not analyzed the situation. They could not assess the situation. They could not take the support of various scientific bodies who had been doing the research on that. It failed. Yes, the question comes now, the United Nations and various other related organizations which are existing since 1945 and after that which are formed globally, they had very good role, but still there are so many challenges that are required where only the common earth system governance can help us to belong to this common earth, and at least as human beings to sustain, to exist for few thousands of years. Otherwise, very soon the human beings also will be endangered and will be extinct. So in this whole scenario, as I said, there is a need for the earth leadership emergence. Yes, leadership is already there. Our belief is everybody born in this on this earth is equal, and definitely everybody is a leader. But this emergence is very much required. Then it adds lots of value. Human beings are less conscious of the very earth, without which their very existence is not possible. Yes, we all understand various leaders, we follow them. We also have our own beliefs, our own religions, and even the far off stars or planets, we revere them with deep respect. But very few people are conscious of the earth, and the respect they show towards the earth is very, very less. That is one of the reasons for all the pollution, destruction, degradation that is happening on this earth. So there is a need also for this earth stewardship. This stewardship is a leadership with responsibility. Leaders are very much short-sighted because of the democratic elections and the kind of systems we have. They are only looking their own term and period. But the leadership is not responsible for the coming years, or looking into 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, how to sustain the resources, how to create a balance, and how to make people live happily. And all these challenges are there. And within this stewardship, as I said, the responsibility for the impacts and degeneration of the earth, and also they should take responsibility and strive for the regeneration of earth ecosystems. Yes, there is already so much biodiversity loss, and any development has an impact on environment. Any product produced damn cheap and in the name of trade it is being globally marketed, definitely there are some environmental implications, because we are beyond the carrying capacity of the earth already. Almost all, one more earth is required to sustain the existing population. We have only planet A, we don't have planet B. So we have to live with this plan A, with the very earth that we have. Here, as I said, everyone is an earth leader. That is, we have to believe, because traditionally, some people over years have created a kind of system to make others believe that I am the leader, you are the follower. I am the guru, you are the disciple. So like that, various these grades have been created, or levels have been created. No, each person given their own capacities, whatever good they can do for the earth, they are the earth leader. And here one of the designs is Geospirit. Geospirit meets are designed for the emergence of earth leaders. This is basically, what is Geospirit? Geo is earth, spirit is our own consciousness and belongingness to this very earth. We all have common spirit. We all are human beings. And this common spirit of owning this earth as a whole, that is Geospirit. So this kind of spirit definitely will help us for the emergence of earth leaders. A real leader will not distinguish or find differences between this place or that place. When the very gods that we believe, they belong to the universe, then how come the human beings are so mean? They belong to geographic specific regions and get their spirit of earth limited to only few points or few areas on this earth. So common consciousness for the holistic development, sustainability of the earth resources, and the happiness of all, and addressing the livelihoods of all with basic minimum things, at least to live as a human being. So that is required. So Geospirit will definitely create that kind of oneness. Having born on this earth, everyone has equal right and responsibility for the earth. Everyone is an earth leader. It is one of the most resourceful and beautiful planet that we have. Its conservation and sustainability is of utmost importance. The spirit of Earth leadership could make it a better planet for the present and future generations. Yes, this is the geo spirit of the Earth leader. Earth had been tolerant and resilient over millions of years, but with human developmental interventions and greed, it has become very fragile. We are the only species responsible for this kind of situation for the Earth. Many other life forms existed, lived, but they have never destructed the Earth to such an extent what we are doing now. We say virus, but human beings are more than virus, considering the uncontrollable population. We are just populating this whole earth with just one species. That is the biggest challenge, and nobody is discussing about this issue, how to limit ourselves also. Each country has its own policies which are mostly mean and does not consider earth as one and everything on it is in harmony and interconnected. Human and financial capital is developed at the cost of natural capital, leading to weak sustainability. So these are the facts. And the UN bodies, whether it is UNEP or UNFCCC or CBD or WHO, like various other organizations which are related to UN, they also drastically failed in addressing these issues. So here, everyone is an earth leader. It means leaders are not those proclaimed by oneself nor declared by someone. There is no need for such kind of a thing to be an earth leader. Leadership is not a position. It is a continuous process of being responsible for a cause. We always imagine when somebody is leading a particular organization or heading something, we think they are the leaders. By being in that position, it doesn't mean that they are the leaders. It's a continuous process. A leader is always a leader, whether they have position or they don't have position. They are not so mean to think about or have reasons for their own personal benefits. So earth leaders own earth, rather represent and love only parts of the earth. This holistic nature should emerge. An earth leader is a sensitive and humble human being. Yes, people are very less sensitive, and more so with age, they are becoming even less sensitive. And considering various categories of people in different positions, this sensitivity is also a variable factor. They are sensitive only about a particular community or particular issue, particular region. They become so mean. And yes, humble. People need to be humble. Exactly what you all had been doing. You are so humble without any identity, without any recognition, reaching the unreached in these difficult times and trying to help the millions of people already who are moving from urban to rural areas, or the very poor people living in urban areas, and many other destitute people. So here again, primary trait of earth leadership is to exemplify a life with just values. whatever an earth leader does, everything has a value. So those values are the primary things which the earth leaders believe and take up those challenges. Each person has the ability to change the earth. Like a plant, somebody wants greenery. Every plant, the smallest plant to the biggest tree, everything contributes to that greenery. Each plant is worth. A small plant could be like a herb, but it has so much medicinal value. It can save the life of somebody. A big tree can give fruits. It can give shelter, if not fruits. So like that, each person, whatever they are, whatever their knowledge, understanding, skills, they can always contribute. They have the ability to change the earth. Earth leaders should envision a better world with selflessness and compelling for everyone to emulate. So here this selflessness that is very much required. When a person thinks about, I am responsible for 1 million people, that person is part of that 1 million. Is not exclusive. But a selfish person thinks about myself, then the chances of not being part of the whole is more. So this inclusiveness is very much required. Earth leader is conscious of one for all. This is most important because each person, they themselves cannot live for oneself. They always can do something for others. There are only few minimum things that each person can do for oneself. Say even now when we are distributing food to somebody, we have not cultivated that, we have not grown it, we have prepared that food, we have packed it, we are giving it. It means there are so many others behind. Somebody sown that seed about 6 months back or 1 year back, and that had been harvested, and that grain has been cooked, and within that we are part. So one for all. So one can always contribute to everyone. Similarly, all can contribute to one. So both are possible, and that is how we live. And this consciousness should be there among earth leaders always. So Geospirit meets, these are a kind of designed meets. Usually this session we are conducting as part of the same, this Geospirit meets for the emergence of earth leaders. But the Geospirit meet usually it continues for about 24 hours. That is spanning 2 days. Usually it starts on a Saturday afternoon and closes on a Sunday forenoon. And usually it is conducted in the natural environment, and whole night it goes on the discussions, especially on the purpose of each individual participant and their purpose for the earth. So those discussions happen, each individual shares, and on the second day they declare themselves what they will cause and what are their goals. And this is a specially designed program. And after hearing to this kind of sessions or attending even online sessions, one could attend on a later date this kind of field level Geospirit meets, which will reinforce our commitments for the earth. So here, as I said, the global leadership challenges, it is mostly like a blind person, another blind person, another blind person, they are following one another and they are falling. This happened, yes. When somebody said, we are not going to lock down, this coronavirus, we have seen many pandemics historically. there will be herd immunity, and we have best medical facilities, and we are very well developed. So like UK, USA, they fell down. Even the leaders, they themselves got infected. So this is the challenge. In spite of so much information, in spite of so much understanding, and in spite of so much learning from like Wuhan, what happened there, or in other countries like Italy. So even after that, when many countries have fallen, it means there is a biggest this leadership gap. Even in democracy, we are not selecting the good leaders. Either we have one or two leaders, and after that we don't see any leadership. There is a very big vacuum in leadership existence in all sectors, whether it could be scientists or education or industry or anything. All the leadership is very mean and selfish. That is one of the reasons they are failing the humanity. They're feeling the human beings. They are the sensitive people who can understand not only about themselves but everything around. And such an intelligent species, we are the only species. But still, why we are failing so much? Why we are falling before such a small coronavirus and begging, asking it to pardon us, asking us to leave us? This is the pathetic situation the globally we are seeing now, and we are still in that situation. We are not safe, we are not out. The second wave is still pending. Only the second wave, like tsunami waves, first wave, it's okay. Second wave will be more destructive. Third wave, fourth wave. But the second wave, with this unlocking of certain areas and given certain concessions for people to travel, move, I think we are in far more dangerous situation than the initial stages. So our leadership should understand not only about our own country, but globally I'm speaking. Every country and everybody should understand this and take the appropriate measures. So getting connected to the earth, understanding our purpose and relevance of being on this beautiful earth is the essence of earth leadership. Are we really connected to earth? No, not at all. Even the people who have touched the minimum soil is years, especially those who are living in urban areas. They are only touching concrete or tarmac, but plastics and other things, but not the real earth. They have smelt earth long back maybe, or they have forgotten what is the smell of the earth also. So we are very much remote, and we are living like a species not relevant to earth. So this connectedness should improve, and that is very much required. There is interconnection among all the elements of Earth's ecosystem between microcosm and macrocosm and biotic and abiotic. Yes, this also we have forgotten. Even our own body is not the common cell. It has so many different cells. They came in as coexistence that came together to form a human body. And there is a soul and there is some metabolism, and we are living as a human being. But there is so much, see, there is water, there are so much minerals, there is a very much soil that is a part of soil that is there within our body. And we are ultimately, when we die, we become part of that abiotic thing only, finally. But how come we are biotic now? So it means for every, even our own body has so much microbial life. This probiotics, science will tell us how they help one to have lead a happy life. Virus is negative, but many other microbial life are doing so many positive things for us. They are helping us to live, for us to live. So this kind of system is already there in our body. Our existence depends on the health of the Earth's ecosystem. Our commitment as Earth leaders for its sustainable development is the common ultimate goal. The Earth is suffering somewhere as the abiotic and biotic aspects of the ecosystems are being overexploited and damaged. Yes, that is happening already. We all are emotionally connected to the loving earth as Mother Earth. It is suffering, its suffering transcends onto the people and other life through the intricate connectedness of everything on the earth that is already happening. The current development process and progress leading to accelerated damage to the earth. The development, in the name of development, the way the policies are, even environmental impact assessments, now for attracting new industries and investments, they are also being kept aside. So how do we ensure this earth system governance then? People always love the past. In the past, life was consciously connected with the earth, because if we take the traditional way of life, every festival, every occasion, every event that is planned, everything is connected with the cycles of nature. That was the beauty of life. We are celebrating some festivals because they existed, that's all, but we don't know the real meaning of getting connected to that nature. And ultimately, as we said, human beings are disharmonizing the earth. The future of earth is hopeless and bleak unless the earth conscious leadership emerges. Yes, this is what the need of the hour. And in earth leadership, everyone and everything has significance and a role for earth resilience and sustainable development. So as we discussed, all are important. Earth leadership is also being mindful of the challenges around. The challenges around are the cause to strive for the emergence of earth leaders. Earth leaders resolve the challenges for which they have vision and goals. So each earth leader, I was thinking about Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela or many other leaders, global leaders. They're basically visionaries. Every step they are doing now or every act that they are doing, they always look into the future. So with that kind of, and also they are very innovative also in their approaches and how to tackle the situation and all that, how to address the challenges. And earth leaders lead a group of people or organization towards the sustainability of the earth. So either we could be part of be supportive groups, or we could be part of the organizations to address these challenges. Then consistent earth leadership is needed to understand and participate in the process for positive change. One should be sensitive and should be the means and cause of earth resources sustainability.
Sir, a small request, sir.
Yeah.
As it is going to be series, sir, some of them are waiting for our approval for joining the session.
Oh, sorry, I have not seen. Sorry.
Yes,
I'll add them. Okay. Thank you for reminding, because okay, thank you. Shall I continue? I added them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, this. I'll read from here before that one. Okay, please bear with me. Everyone is an earth leader, and earth leader inspires and empowers everyone. So I'm reading the slides which would come up very soon. Okay, it is coming now. Just a second. Everyone is an earth leader. An earth leader inspires and empowers everyone around for earth stewardship. This is very important, as I am reiterating again and again, telling that yes, there is nobody called a follower or a disciple or something, or a learning person, something like that. Each person can be the earth leader, and that is a belief. And especially in this this earth center concept and this earth leadership thing that we are working on. So this, we strongly believe that this aspect. Earth stewardship is being responsible and committed to earth sustainability, as I said. Earth leaders are all those who are committed to ecosystem resilience and sustainable development of the earth. So earth stewardship, it encompasses environmental stewardship. It refers to responsible use and protection of natural environment through conservation and sustainable practices. So this is very least among the existing leadership now that we all understand. The political leadership, they are not considering much these aspects. See, the virtual economy which runs on the virtual money and all these systems, this economy itself is a kind of giant wheel or a kind of multiple wheels like the gears in a gearbox. So one wheel will make another wheel move like that. So they want the money to be just rotating between people. The faster the money rotates between people, they say the system is running, our GDP is growing, or thinking that our economy is fine. But this is highly very dangerous, and we are going to have the breaks like this with the lockdown thing, and we are in a standstill situation. So these things are happening. So Earth Leader is the trustee for conserving, protecting, and improving the Earth resource. So this trusteeship is not there. Well, even in the definition of sustainable development, it is our responsibility not only for using a resource, but also to see how our future generations can also sustain based on them. It is also leaving something for the future also. So as a trustee, definitely conservation, protection, and improving the earth resources will happen. So that kind of trusteeship should emerge among the earth leaders. And earth leader is one among the leaders who strive to achieve common goals. See, personal goals are always there with everyone. That is like, I'll have a this much salary, or I have a house, I'll have some vehicle. So these are something called personal. But common goals is, let us say, there will be less people suffering from a particular disease, and everybody need to be educated, and everybody will have this drinking water, and nobody will be suffering or dying for lack of drinking water. So these are the common goals. Like that, there are umpteen common goals which are relevant to millions of people on this earth, including food security. Fundamental, people are dying out of starvation. Even now, the South Sudan or Sudan or many other, even Middle East countries like Afghanistan, and you see the situation of Syria, so are sub-Saharan countries. So there is lots of this what we say hunger there, and people are dying out of starvation also. With this coronavirus, even the world food price and other agencies, they are unable to distribute food also. The earth leaders contemplate on the challenges faced by the earth. So this is very much important. The visioning or the contemplation or the futuristic, let us say the education, that is definitely we need to contemplate very urgently. What is the value of that education when everybody is with one small virus? We all are hiding somewhere. Our leadership is telling like meerkat's leader. It emerges out. If there is some danger, it will alert all other meerkats to just go underground. So like that, now this lockdown situation has made us, that kind of leaders are working, not to face the situation. If we are really prepared, if we are really educated, our scientists, all our international bodies, they had been working, they could have been already monitored these kind of things. Already they happened. This is not new. Coronavirus is not new. This is only one version of the various things that happened already globally. So why we are not prepared? Similarly, education system, exclusively now the primary education will be in doldrums. You don't know how to really make these children, 30 to 50 children sit in one classroom. Is the teacher ready to go and teach them? Do they have that access to the smartphones or other technologies to attend? Can they attend? Suddenly this is from traditional education to getting into this technology driven education. There are so many challenges. Even teachers are not good at even teaching online. And when parents are watching, definitely parents, some are more learned parents are there. When they'll be seeing what teacher is teaching, but they are not confident to teach before other learned people. So now the integrity is also coming into picture, what they had been teaching, how they had been teaching, are they really teaching? So many things are coming. So this education now, how do you see after this 3-4 months after this lockdown, the children, can they go to really to school, or they can have the midday meals? Can there will be so much sanctity in the serving the midday meals? Or the total system is under question now. Even the children who are not written their exams now, their board exams or other school exams or even college exams, they are nowhere in between. Suddenly, if you declare tomorrow is your exam date, they cannot write. They need to prepare. There is need for this coaching or continuous teaching. Then they can write. So with this gap of this 2-3 months, they will lose all their whatever they have learned. It is not so easy. So these are the challenges which we need to anticipate, which we need to work on, that contemplate and work ahead. And then we should guide the policies and see that such systems exist and they work. They get subjected to the challenges of the world, get sensitized through awareness. This is what required. How they will understand the challenges, that is, first they should be sensitized, get sensitized through awareness, exposure, experience, struggle, and all that. So here, to get sensitized, it is not so easy. Gautam Buddha once went outside. He saw a person suffering out of disease or a death or all that issues he has seen, and he got so sensitized that he left the palace, he left all the comforts, and he left to the jungle and started thinking why there should be suffering in the world and how I could make a scientific method to see that this suffering comes down among the human beings. And he did. He's a scientist, he's a great scientist. And he did, and that Buddhism is still existing globally. So that sensitization each leader should undergo, and only then the solutions will come, only then we can understand the future challenges, and only then we could become part of addressing them. So earth leaders constantly improve their human traits of compassion, love, empathy, and humbleness. These are very, very important. The compassion, love, empathy. Sympathy is fine, that many people will show sympathy, but empathy is really becoming part of that person. If a poor person is becoming the part of that person, means you have to go more deeper to be empathetic rather than showing sympathy. And humbleness. See, education is not for getting like exclusive product or showing that I am so and so, but all the education should make a person more humble. Then that is the real value of education. Yes, you all are educated, you all had been going to railway stations under difficult conditions, maybe sleeping on the footpaths or working overtime in different challenging conditions. Yes, that is your humbleness. You are not showing your that ego, I am so and so learned person, why I should do all this. These are mean things. There is nothing like. So that humbleness is the first thing the earth leaders should have. Earth leaders reinforce their commitments by practicing what is preached. This is also important. Practicing what is preached, we live by example. They have relevant skills, knowledge, technology for shaping a resilient future. So continuously one should their skills, knowledge, and also adopt the latest technologies for scaling up, for efficiency. There is nothing wrong once we adopt technology. And the more skills a person has, definitely they could address many things. So symbolically, I always say some of the gods, they are represented with many hands. That is a way of telling that they can do many things. because we cannot show with two hands in that statue what a God can do. Similarly, each person need not be a specialist. Instead of being an exclusive specialist person, add more skills to you. There is nothing wrong. And knowledge continuously we have to improve or understand what is happening around. An earth leader undergoes all kinds of situations with grace. This is very, very important. The humbleness comes here only. A person having enough resources or no resources, a good position, what we the society considers, it's okay. Wherever you are, that is your position. Wherever you are the same person. And the society cannot belittle a person. A person knows what they are, what their integrity is, what their commitment is, what their sensitivities they have. So live with grace, that's all. There is nothing good nor bad. Everything is a situation. Yes, again, this is a thing many people think now we have a bad situation. Even a bad situation gives us an opportunity to emerge as a great leader, to work for the society. It gives learning so that we could be more prepared. There is nothing wrong. So for a leader, there will be a definite change in the journey aspect towards a higher goal. Here, our goals, whatever we set today, they are not final. Once we start reaching those goals, we can always reset our goals, and always our goals can be higher and higher. Means you can increase the number of stakeholders or the geographical area or the challenges that you are addressing. So resetting our goals is most important. There is nothing called a single goal and I'll achieve that and my work is done. There is no meaning to life and there is no end to this kind of things, small things. So we need to always new challenges will emerge and we have to reset our goals, and we can always play a role bigger than our life. Always think that in my lifetime can I achieve the goal, then definitely you are putting a goal which is bigger. I can easily achieve, then it is not at all a goal worth your life. So earth leaders don't get disheartened at failures. They don't ever long for respect nor recognition for their contributions and achievements. This is very, very important. Say there is no need for somebody to recognize somebody's contributions and achievement. That's fine. We are doing, you wanted to do, you do and do it. That is the true leadership. If in the process somebody recognizes, that is fine. Some institution, some organ, they recognize, it's fine. It's okay. But we are not working for that. So this attitude should be there always. They do remarkable and magnanimous things for our sustainability. Yes, they do create a mark that is very much required. This mark everybody has, as we say, ecological footprint. So this earth leadership, that kind of mark one should leave before they die. Otherwise, there is no purpose. That's why I said geo spirit. That spirit one should have. Otherwise, what is the purpose of my life? So earth leaders lead a complete and purposeful life. So that is very much important. Many people think I did not get opportunity, so I did not do, I did not work. So here actually there are three levels of things in each earth leader can work. That is, act that everybody does, whether every small act that we do, that is very, very important. And ultimately, whatever knowledge you have, whatever thoughts you have, they need to be converted into some act, some physical thing need to be seen. That is very much important. So let us say I am producing organically some food. So that's an act, fine. The knowledge. So each earth leader should aspire for that knowledge and always continue to know more and more, and there is no limit to knowing, and every bit of knowledge is useful in their acts. And spirit, ultimately, as I said, that common spirit of geo spirit, the earth spirit, the purpose of life, that is a continuous conscious thing that each earth leader will have, and they do. with this spirit, they exist and they try to gain knowledge and then they act. So being is most important. That's why we say human being. A dog being is dog being. It's always a dog, whether it is night, morning, anytime. Since its birth till its death, it is dog. Human being is not like that. The being is the, again, we are within a given 24 hours also. We have different ways of presenting ourselves. That is, our looking good factor comes in between and try to be different in different spaces. So we are really acting. We are not living actually. So human being is again a continuous thing. To be a human being, it's a continuous process, trying every second, like somebody balancing on a tightrope. So how they balance, like that, human being also need to continuously present themselves as human being. It's not so easy job because many people they cheat. They don't look like human being in different times and places and positions like that. So here, as I said, sensitivity, humility, truthfulness, empathy, commitment, and all these are the traits of this beingness. And above all, one should strive to have maximum integrity in the constant context of earth space. This integrity is one small term, but nobody understands. Many people know honesty. They always link honesty and integrity. The many people may be honest, but nobody says that I want a person with integrity to work in my company. Because if a person with integrity comes and works in a company, he might question even the leadership also, because that person has integrity. An honest person will do job honestly and get the pack as well as get the promotions, and he'll complete his job and he'll move. But a person with integrity will not leave any gaps, anything is there, any imbalances are there, he will definitely bring up those issues and he'll work for that. So earth leader should be conscious of the three aspects, that is, as I said, spirit, knowledge and action. So they again I am written here those things. As a child, everyone wants to explore and understand their surroundings. This curiosity of a child diminishes as people grow up. Again, as I said, the limits to knowledge, why it is happening is because our curiosity is also diminishing. The why I should know, there is no need. Why I should learn these things, there is no need. Yes, oh, you learn what interests you. You learn those things which are will address your goals. That is should be your focus. Don't read like our school syllabus. Whether that school syllabus is going to help us in the future or not, but to be in a class or to complete or to get a certificate, you need to read all that. And karma. This is most important. Here, people feel action or karma is the most fundamental thing to perform in life. The action is decisive and essential to cause results. Action manifests mostly in the material world and it is mainly tangible. To act is most fundamental for any life on earth. With practice and skills, one can perform and cause greater results. So, many yogas also we discuss. Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, like that. But definitely Karma Yoga is one of the most essential thing as part of life. Each person, whether they are into other yogas or not, but this is the basic fundamental thing. And here our action is most important. Action should be positive and cause the least negative impacts on the earth. That's how our karma should be. The purpose of acquiring knowledge is also important. Above all, understanding is important in life. And to change the world, knowledge and understanding are useful, and one cannot know many things. Being human, having knowledge and wisdom is the basis for understanding. Spirit is above all, that is action and knowledge. Spirit guides to achieve the right knowledge and act wisely to cause greater results. That's why the spirit is most important. An earth leader spirit changes the world. So principles, as some of the principles of earth leadership should have the consciousness of oneness, as we said, one for all for one. And they should imbibe certain principles in their life, including but not limited to the conscious of being with earth and sensitive to the challenges of earth. Aim for well-being of all and live in harmony with the earth, and lives a life with freedom and integrity. This freedom is a small term, but nobody understood. Even See, freedom was there when British were there or British left India. Like that, freedom is not somebody gives. Freedom is always with oneself. Our thought, let us say thought freedom, you always have, you have been using that thought freedom. And similarly, our act also, it's okay. If somebody puts you in jail, no problem. But you have freedom to express or do something which is relevant, which is important. So wherever a person is, that freedom is always with oneself. He is soft-hearted, courageous, and ready to take the risk if needed. This is also important. Ready to take risk. Leadership means this is very, very important. Prepares in advance, forcing the future. That is, as I said, always the vision should be there. Give scope for younger leadership when they are shaped for the task. This is what missing. Even now, India has the highest youngest population globally also, even percentage wise. Even Corona is unable to impact much is because of this very reason, that India is a younger country. Compared to China or many other countries, they are have very, even Italy or those countries, they have very, the population percentage above 60 is very high. So when younger people are so many, why we are not given them the chance or representation in various, like right from, let them take leadership for the heads of the state, the parliament also, the representation. The older generation, they can never make good policies for the younger people, even when their future, they cannot leave in the hands of the older people. I don't mean they don't have wisdom, they have wisdom, but definitely with increased percentage of younger leadership, the questioning will come, because this whole earth belongs to the younger generations, or the children basically. So we cannot distract, we cannot create policies, older people with least responsibility, or their even lifespan is so less. Why they will think so much ahead? And aspires for higher leadership rather sitting in comfort zone. So no leader will sit in a comfort zone till the last breath. As long as they are breathing, as long as they're living, they will try to perform or do something for the earth and for the common good. Gives up positions if needed and does not indulge in unfair means for positional power. This is what happening in many leadership positions, what the so-called, because for the sake of those mean leaderships, they are giving up their integrity and unfair means, and those leaders are so worst, nobody is aspiring to be a leader by seeing such kind of bad leaders existing in the society. So that is what happening. They're thinking leaders means, they are laughing at such leadership existing, not in one sector. I'm not just talking about political leadership, whether it is teaching field, industry, you take any sector, everywhere that is happening. And through awareness, information, sensitivity, learning, experience, knowledge, as I said, all these are very much required to understand the world holistically. Loves and appreciates everything. So here I said there is nothing called good and bad. Love and appreciate everything. And stands by the word, also acknowledges the failures to do so. This word, your word, that is most important. Even in when people say Raja Yoga, nothing but when you say something, you mean it. You mean it means even if your life is gone, still you will stand by your word. This is what very much required. And also acknowledges the failures. This is also required. A leader may not be always successful in guiding or doing things. Sometimes they might also fail, but accepting their failure and declaring, yes, because of this reason we have failed and I am responsible. For success, they can always say my team is responsible. For failures, a leader will come and say I am responsible. This minimum thing they should understand, and makes decisions and does not procrastinate. This is again a bigger challenge now. And reasons and prioritizes values, strives for change by all means, and committed to achieving the respective common goals and declarations. So these are the other principles. And strives for achieving sustainable development goals and good earth system governance. So these are the UN by 2030 we need to achieve the sustainable development goals. and with this particular situation now, maybe they would revisit or they could add some other targets and then say these are the top priorities, especially the goal related to health and education. These are very, very critical. And practices open knowledge and shares. Again, here, no information is somebody's this thing personal. If that information or knowledge has some value for the society, so one should adopt these open knowledge principles or creative commons and then should share. It is not by holding information you are doing business. So for good for the world, one should always release that knowledge, not for the mean and personal gains. Takes up challenges in all situations, prepares in advance, forcing the future, gives scope for younger leadership, as at some points I have repeated. Here, the process is very simple in achieving the one's goals and how one could be the this earth leaders, each earth leader, as each one of you could also adopt this method. So first is enrollment, like you all came together, and when Vikas said today there is a session, you enrolled yourself for this session. This is the minimum enrollment to come together with the common thoughts and beliefs and just to see together. And then one need to get awareness. Yes, whatever I'm sharing today is a part of awareness. It is not nothing. Whatever you would otherwise be aware of things, it is far more, and get sensitized. This is very much important. One picture of a labor moving without chappals, hundreds of kilometers walking or starving, I know that has moved you so much than anything else. All your education has also not sensitized you, but one picture has sensitized you, or your interaction with one person has sensitized you. So this sensitivity is very much required as human beings, and it should increase. Sensitivity will not lessen the suffering of a leader. Sensitivity will improve the responsibilities of a leadership, will make a person grow in leadership, make a person take bigger challenges in leadership. So sensitization, don't think otherwise, like I will have a thick skin and I will become insensitive and I will live like any other dumb person. That is not at all a leadership. So like that, many other beings are there, many people are there, even the big leadership is also like that, insensitive there. So always be sensitive. And inspiration, they take inspiration from one another and they constantly get inspired and to achieve these goals ultimately. So this is the process that earth leaders emergence will always happen, and this is a kind of flow of thoughts or the process you have to undergo again and again. Enrollment is not about just getting engaged in one group permanently. No, you have to get enrolled in various other your own interest groups also. There you can always contribute. Again, begin there like that. So here, goals and declarations, integration, recognition, appreciation, support, networking, convergence, communications, organization. So this is how it is achieved actually. Goals declared would be achieved through various means. So integration, again integrating various aspects. Recognition is also important actually. Whatever, you need not get recognized, but you have to recognize as a leader whatever is happening and appreciate the things which are good and support one another. Do a network like you are doing now, a kind of network that you are working. I know from other states also some of you are participating in this today's session. So convergence, again, the good things need to converge together. Good people, good thoughts, resources, many things need to converge, including government policies, and then work on and communications. Yes, we have to adopt all kinds of communication technologies, even the state-of-art technologies like we are using now today, everything. And ultimately organization, anything which is not organized will not be able to do bigger things, and so that common organization is also very much required. They are the people from all walks of life. Actually, I said the earth leaders are not a specific category. They are everyone, like each one of us. They could be managers, professionals, educationists, public leaders, farmers, artisans, artists, students. Everybody could play their role as earth leader. So it is not limited to like a one category called earth leader. No way. It is not political leadership where they claim leader means only political leadership. No. Leadership is in everything and everywhere. And here this picture always makes me think again and again, leadership is making everyone a leader. See here, somebody reached the peak and enjoying that peak position. No, that is very mean. Actually helping the other person reach that position is true leadership. And this is what not happening in the society. Actually the person who reached the top position will push away everybody down below, and he will never let others climb to any level also nearby. So all are just waiting and seeing that person as a star. That is very wrong. The person, real leader, bends humbly, gives his energy, he gives his hand, he helps the younger generations to move upward. So this is what the true leadership. This need to happen again and again. So recognition, as I said, one may not be aspired to get recognized, but somebody recognize someone by knowing about the earth leaders would get inspired and more motivated. So recognition is part of life, it's fine. And a large number of others would emerge as earth leaders by knowing the others' contribution. So sharing continuously about the success or the achievements continuously. So publish your work, continuously publish. We don't know somebody by having seen that or knowing that what you are doing, they might get inspired. All my work on the chullas, that 50 stoves I have designed, or biochar or low cost sensors, so many things which I worked or designed, everything I declared personally as the open knowledge. The only purpose was let others also see, learn. If they find it okay, they could replicate or they could improve. Let them do. Why they should struggle again? So giving this knowledge openly and helping others for their emergence, their improving their capacities from one level to higher level, it is very easy. Therefore, the earth leaders should be recognized and their work should be acknowledged and shared widely. It is common to see that very few people get recognized and appreciated less often. However, small ones initiatives might be for the earth. One should be recognized and appreciated. Every action is equally important for the sustainability of the earth. So earth leader progress is based on self-evaluation and on the proof of achievement seen in results, outreach, outcome also. So there are so many other things related to this geospirit meets and other things. So this is a part of the process. As I told you initially that this is the first session that I am having with you. But there will be a series of sessions. Second thing will be this, what is geospirit again. Exclusively there will be a session on geospirit. And again participating in geospirit meet, physically coming to a pristine natural environment, spending this 24 hours with nature, and reinforcing our commitments and goals for the earth sustenance in that given space. And that is another level. So like that there will be several levels of for the emergence of this earth leadership. So that details I could share later or in the next session. When we come to geospirit, then I could share more about geospirit meet and other objectives. But here this could be a common prayer which is only one could always have a better prayer for Mother Earth basically. Oh Mother Earth. Why Mother Earth means without Earth we can't imagine ourselves as human being on this Earth. And without Earth also we can't imagine the existence of gods. Of course, God is something called matter and energy that is ultimate actually. How the whole universe originated, that itself is God. The mystery behind that is God. So if you believe any gods or forms of gods or any religious wise, that's fine. But Mother Earth is most important because this is the only place we are standing and where we are talking as a humanity. So the reverence to Mother Earth is very important. So that's why we always, of course, sun, air, water, all other elements are fine. They are also most important. But here, oh Mother Earth, give me strength, knowledge, willpower, and wisdom. Because as an earth leader, we can always ask for these things. Okay, give me, because we need them to do something. Then, oh Mother Earth, give me opportunity to improve ecosystems, environment, and well-being of life. Life means everything. It is not just about human beings. So we are asking this an opportunity to improve, means give us a chance to do something. First, we are asking the strength and other things, the required skills and tools. Then again, we are asking an opportunity, requesting an opportunity to be in that space to do something, to contribute. Then what we are telling, oh Mother Earth, I will strive for the development, sustainability, harmony, and well-being of the earth. Here we are committing, we are putting our goal actually. I will strive for the development, sustainability, harmony, and well-being of life. Oh Mother Earth, I'll work with integrity, love, freedom, and oneness. Again, we are committing ourselves with integrity, love, freedom, and oneness. These are very much important. Then finally, a person declares, oh Mother Earth, I am committed now. I will work, we said, I will strive, I will work. Then I am telling, I am committed to achieve the challenges for the common good. Then each person can declare those respective challenges for which a person is committed. So this way, it's a kind of our own declaration process that usually happens at the end of this GeoSpirit meets that we conduct regularly. And with this, I am ending my session. And now it is open for some of your questions and other things.